everybody, it's your girl, Sofia, back on Sofia's Football Talk. Hope that each and every one of you guys are doing well on this um Saturday not really evening, but Saturday afternoon. Um, we will be talking about the very first Manchester United game of this year. Wigan Athletic versus Manchester United. It's going to be played on Monday, a late kickoff, but I thought let's do a match preview for that now. Talk about the game, one-off game, of course. I mean, technically, if it ends in a draw, then it could be a replay, but I do need us to win this. If we don't win this, then oh, hell will be paid. I'll tell you that much. Hell will be paid. But yeah, before we fully dive into this game, make sure that you give this video here a big thumbs up, because the more likes we get, the more we're able to push the video out there for more people to see. Also, subscribe. We're still on the road to 3K subscribers, so let's make that happen. And feel free to join the SFT membership. We got about 6 members now, so big up to the new members that we got yesterday in the Q&A stream, which was such a lot, very fun stream. We'll be starting to do member-only content shortly, but let's try to make the members up to 10. So, if you want to help the community to grow, then become a member. Another way to help it out. But yeah, let's talk about the game. So obviously, like I said, first game of 2024. It's in the FA Cup, the third round of the FA Cup. I just, right as I was about to go live, I was watching, the derby between Sunderland and Newcastle, which ended in, I believe, a 3-0 win to Newcastle, who, they did their thing. And then yesterday, of course, Spurs won against Burnley with the wonderful goal by Pedro Porro. So, we on it, and I believe Chelsea will be playing in a few hours now. And then you, of course, have City versus Huddersfield, or Huddersfield versus City, I believe, and then Arsenal versus Liverpool tomorrow, and then us Monday night under the lights. When it comes to some of the big news before we dive into the game, I mean, Sergio Reguilon has returned to his parent club, Spurs. I do feel like, I remember reacting to that loan when we first got him before the window closed, in the summer. And I was like, it doesn't make sense. I'm not really here for it. Like, I get that we need to get a left back, but I almost would have kept Alvaro Fernandez, who now is on loan at this very moment. I would have kept him instead of getting, Sergio Reguilon. And he was, when he played, the times that he did play was all right, but we didn't really use him, which of course is unfortunate. It was unnecessary giving, having him there, to be very honest. But it is what it is. He's now back. Open up another spot for us to get loan for somebody else. I mean, we've been linked with Timo Werner, who definitely ain't coming to us because he's agreed personal terms now with Spurs. So in the next 48 hours, we're going to be hearing Timo Werner to Tottenham on a loan. And I'm glad that we dodged a bullet there. So yeah, I'm very, very happy. In regards to the game on Monday, it's a game that I do expect us to win for sure. It's, one of the very first away games in a cup game that we had in hot minutes. Like in our Carabao Cup run this time last year, we had a lot of advantage maybe in having the home games. A lot of, but we won them fair and square, of course. But we did have, like I said, a lot of home games, but away from home, obviously, we do be struggling. Technically, even at home as well, because this season I've been completely just writing the season off, because this season, for me at least, it's all over the place. Like we're doing too much. I don't know what we're doing, but it ain't cute what we're doing. That's all I'm gonna say. It ain't cute. It ain't cute whatsoever. But it is a game that we should be winning. We should. Will we? It's another story, but I do expect us, and I do think we're going to win. I ain't going to sit there and say it's going to be a wonderful, brilliant performance. No, probably not. Probably not. But we should win. I don't know where is Wigan in their league. I believe they're in the championship. Wigan, where are they? Wigan Athletic. Where are they in their table? No, oh my God, Wigan is actually League One. And they're 18th in League One. Yeah, they've lost their three last games in the league, actually. Oh my God, Wigan. Oh, how they've fallen off. Wigan, you got Bolton as well, Blackpool. Come on, man. Come on, man. Damn, Portsmouth as well. Derby. Yeah. Wow. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Aight. We definitely now should win even more, huh? If we don't, then that Monday match reaction, oh my God, my head will be then gone. And I don't want it to be gone. Like, I've had too many moments this season where I've just had like so many rants. People, I'm tired. I'm tired of ranting. I'm tired. I really am. How many times is your girl gonna keep ranting? You know what I'm saying? How many times? So hopefully this is gonna be a game that we do win. Let's get into the team news. And do, by the way, feel free to, of course, comment down your thoughts in the live comment section. If you're watching this also on the replay, then feel free as well to, comment afterwards your prediction, all of that. We will, of course, share my prediction at the end in terms of the lineup, also the score as well. But yeah, team news though. Okay, so we know Onana will be going to AFCON. AFCON is actually starting literally, oh my God, it's actually starting next Saturday. I mean, do check out my AFCON prediction that I did for the group stages. It's a video that, that's out now. We will be doing some other AFCON content next week for sure as well. And covering a lot of it during the competition that starts, like I said, next week. Onana will be there, so we will be doing Onana watch for sure. We're gonna be watching. We're gonna be watching Cameroon very, very closely. So Nana, even though he's called up to play for Cameroon, he'll still be, however, available to play on Monday, which I think is mad because I would have actually really liked to see Altai, our second goalkeeper for Fenerbahce that we bought. I wanted to see him, because he will be, regardless, playing some other games while Onana is away. So it might have been better to have him actually start in that game instead of having him start in a much bigger game in the Prem, for instance. And there's been rumors that, or technically it's been very clear that Onana probably will be also available. He will be available to play against Spurs next Sunday, which is going to be a day before he plays for Cameroon against, I believe who was it? Was it Guinea? I think against Guinea, actually. Yeah, against Guinea. And there'll be like less than 24 hours in between. So he'll travel to Ivory Coast where the tournament is going to be played and then playing or on the bench, but at least available for selection. That's madness. So the first game for Altai will potentially be against Wolves in a few weeks from now. Instead of it could have been against Wigan. But no. Yeah, I feel like it's disrespectful. I really do. But here we are. Philip says, Wigan gonna knock you out, or they better not. Big up to Lumba, or we're doing well. Big up, big up. Welcome, welcome. I really hope that we do win because we need to. So Hojlund obviously was ill in the last game, but he could potentially be back for this one. I don't necessarily know back in terms of starting, but at least be able for selection. I haven't heard that he's not going to be available, so I believe so. I think Ten Hag said that it'll be more or less the same team that we had against Forest, probably. Casemiro and Lisandro Martinez, great news here. They're back in full team training. Okay, first team training. I believe we're probably technically we heard a few weeks ago that they will be back more so mid-January, and that will obviously then be for, I think they'll probably be maybe on the bench or something for the Spurs game next week. I think that could be an option. Hopefully they will. So that's a good thing at least. Ahmad obviously started the game. No, he did not start. What am I saying? He was on the bench and he came on against Forest in the 54th minute. So that is a player that we, could see again, which I hope we do. I hope we do. I mean, you could definitely see that Sunderland against Newcastle today in the FA Cup, they were missing a player of Ahmed's magnitude for sure. 100%. The likes of Harry Maguire, Malacia, and Mason Mount, they are, to return at some point in January, while Luke Shaw, Victor Lindelöf, and Anthony Martial have been absent recently, and I'm not exactly sure when, but they'll be back in it. At least with Lindelöf, and we'll be back in a few weeks. So we'll probably see them sometime, maybe at the end of January potentially. But that's that. Thomas says, if Onana plays, I will completely lose hope for any progress under this manager. I've lost hope already after the Bournemouth game. I was out at Hojlund. I was definitely done with that for sure. I feel like there's no really hope left. Yes, do like, and do subscribe. Hope you're feeling better, Hojlund, by the way. Wigan team news, as they are the host without Tom Pearce and Jason Kerr, with the duo sideline, while Stephen Humphries and Scott Smith are also doubts after missing the 1-1 draw with Barnsley on New Year's Day. Luke Robinson was recently recalled from his loan spell at St. Johnstone and came on as a substitute at Oakwell. So that is that in regards to the team news for both teams. Luma says Carabao Cup Onana played, FA Cup Onana should play. Why did we even buy Bayundi? We could have just kept Kovar instead of wasting money. I feel bad for him as well. I was actually very annoyed when we sold Kovar. I know there's a buyback clause, but it didn't make sense for me at all why we sold him. And we didn't even sell him for much. I mean, I saw him in the, preseason, second half when we played Leeds, here in Oslo. And he looked very good to me, and of course some other preseason games in general. He's been. I really think we could have used that money on somebody else. We didn't need to necessarily go and get a second goalkeeper, right? I don't know why we did, and we also Tom Heaton also wanted to go, but we ended up keeping him. Why? He could have went to another club. It's just. I just did the business that we do, both in terms of incomings and also outgoings with keeping people for far too long. It's abysmal, it's a madness, and it is utterly atrocious. We never learn whatsoever, and I'm tired of it. I really am tired of people. I am. Because we never learn. We never learn the sport. Hopefully we can start to learn. But I don't know if we fully will. I don't believe it until I see it. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at. I don't believe it until I see it. Okay? That's where I'm at. 100%. Yo. Oh Lord, my hair is doing a madness here. Okay. There we go. But yeah, it's just I don't believe it until we see it. But I hear you, Tulumbai. Personally, I really thought that the Wigan game would be a great opportunity for Altai to play, but Onana will be playing. This is pretty clear. He will be playing. Thomas says I wouldn't mind the lineup of Garnacho, Rasmus, and Ahmad. That fraud Anthony and his father Eric Tannock should leave. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. The thing is, though, I don't know if Rasmus would start. It almost feel like maybe. I wouldn't be shocked, and you'll see what I think in terms of my predicted 11 for that game. I will not be shocked if Rashford starts again, maybe up top, just to kind of ease Hojlund back into the team. But if Hojlund is feeling ready to start, then I would want him to start personally. I just wouldn't be shocked if he doesn't, if I'm going to be very honest. I hope he's not going to do any mad decision in terms of tactically with having okay, second half, we're going to bring Scott McTominay in, but we're going to have Kobe Mainoo on the bench. At this point, you keep sacking yourself when you do make these type of dumb decisions, What do you think Eric Ten Hag will go for, and what would you like to see? That's great. That's the next talking point, actually. Let me show the team that I'm thinking. So, as y'all can see, kind of, it's basically, in a way, it is very much so close to the same team that we did against Forest, except for Mano still stays in the midfield. We're not going to bring McTominay in the second half. And we're going to start off with Ahmed. That's kind of what I hope we will see. I hope, because Ahmed did have a nice little cameo when he came in. He looked good to me. Rashford, the reason why I'm saying Rashford up top is just with the press coverage, with some of the quotes, it just seems like I'm not going to be shocked if Rashford still starts again up top. I mean, he did get a goal at the end, but let's be honest, that was due to, Matt Turner effing it up. We could have capitalized a lot more on Matt Turner's mistakes, but we didn't. We did it once. We didn't do it overall, which of course is very unfortunate and a bummer. But this is what I'm thinking. I would prefer Hojlund. I do think Hojlund, yes, okay, hasn't really been ripping up trees or anything, but better up top as a striker compared to Rashford. If you're going to have Rashford, then you have him on either of the wings. On the left, Garnacho, to be honest, though, on the right would be better, though. But I want to see Ahmed. I want to see Ahmed. Tulumba says, I have already written this season off. Same. Like I said, both men and women, these managers and their favorites. Fam, you are not alone. I'm here with you. Though you're far away, I'm still here with you, in the words of Michael Jackson. Okay? That's a great song, by the way. But yeah, I will not be. I have written this season off as well. I'm saying reset, Control X, start again. Start this season over. Just, it's a write-up. Pick up the NAS, do subscribe to share, show some love, since I can see Signal winning this one. Giant killing day. Oh my god. Wigan, yeah. A loss wouldn't surprise me too. The thing is, I wouldn't be surprised, but I would I would be annoyed. It will annoy the living. Now I will be pissed, because I really want to try to go. I'm not saying we're going to go to the final. I don't think that's happening, but I want us to go as far as possible. I know this season is the write-off, but I don't want us to completely now, in the first moment we're in the FA Cup now, we're going to go out. Why? No, I want us to go for it. That's the only option we have for a trophy. So I want us to actually fully go for it, because let's be honest, all of the other stuff is a write-off. But I want to try to go for it. I want to. So, yeah. I will be hella annoyed if we end up losing. Even a replay will piss me off. I want to win. I'm not sitting there and saying that it's going to be, oh my God, we're going to bash them. We'll be great. But let's be honest, we're not really, we're not really that consistent. It's you can count on one hand how many great performances it's been for Manchester United this season. It's not been that many. Literally 2, 3. But not much. What was his Pelestri and Majri basically gone? Yeah. I heard rumors with Majri potentially going on loan to Sevilla. But with Pelestri, I'm unsure. He was technically supposed to go on loan this past summer, but he didn't. But he should have, because, I feel like Ten Hag lied to him as well. Why are we keeping him just for him to sit on the bench? If you're not even going to use him. And when you do use him, sometimes there's been a lot of good stuff, but there's been some games where, okay, maybe it's not necessarily fully what we're looking for, but it's important to be able to give him, some minutes here and there, a bit more. You can't just give him some minutes and then you're not going to play him for the next 5 games, it has to be a bit more of a consistency. You know, bench will have 3 keepers, 100%. It will. That's not even, Ooh, oh, it's still hot. That's not even going to be a surprise whatsoever. But I do want, of course, hear your guys's prediction as well in terms of the team. I mean, for what I'd like to see, like I said, this is what I'm thinking Ten Hag will do. But what I would prefer, I mean, I don't really want to see Dallo as the left back, but that's the option we have, so it is what it is. I want to see Altai as the goalkeeper. Center back, I'm okay with. I hope Varane starts. I would actually also like to see Kamwala, the youngster. So I wouldn't mind seeing him next to Varane, to be honest. Even though Evans has been pretty decent, but still, Maino and Eriksen, that kind of is the best midfield that we can do right now. So I'm okay with that. But it can't be him being a lone 6. To be honest, I feel like he's more of an 8. You need to have like a proper number 6 next to him, because there's been I think with Maino, I've seen moments of him being very like good with progressing the ball forward and making some progressive passes. So I think if you have him as that number 8 and you're bringing a proper, either you have Casemiro still here and just have Casemiro sit there a little bit alongside Maino, and then allow Bruno to just freeform more so up there around the box, then that can be something for sure. But I do think you can't. We have to scrap the loan with the DM thing, because I don't think that fully works. I think it's more beneficial if we have a midfield pivot, especially if it's a midfield pivot of players that can do somewhat of a job. If you have a midfield pivot where McTominay is one of the others, then forget about it, because then the other one is just going to be left by himself. Garnacho, I do think he still deserves to play more, but it's important that you do give him a little bit of break. But he was really good on that right-hand side, though, against Villa, to be honest, and then we dropped him to the left due to kind of accommodate Rashford because Hojlund was ill. So, or technically, he wasn't even Rashford. It's more so to accommodate Anthony into that right. And he was having a howler in that game. So, but this is kind of what I'm thinking. With Ahmad, I do hope he plays because, he looked good. But I would like to see Hojlund instead. Imagine if Hojlund can pick up from where he left before the illness and he scores another goal. That would be great. I hope. So that is kind of what I'm thinking, but you never basically know at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? You'd never really know. Keep getting the likes up, by the way, people, and do subscribe. Before we slowly start to wrap up, because these match previews aren't the longest, you know what I'm saying? I do want to hear your predicted score. Do you think we're gonna win? Do you think we're gonna draw? Which then will lead to a replay, because it's not gonna, which is annoying with the FA Cups, because it's not gonna be like extra time and then a penalty. Nope. It will be replay, which I think will then be played sometime. I don't know if it's gonna be next week or something in regards to that, but it'll be soon enough. So I hope that's not gonna be the case. I would like us to win. Please. Don't know since I predict the loss. I hear you. This team does it to us. Philip says 3-1 Wigan. They better not. My prediction is going to be 2-1 Man United. 2-1 Man United. That is my prediction. I'm just going to write that down. So remember, 2-1 Man United. I don't think it's going to be a incredible, amazing performance. Would love for it to be the case, but I don't think it's going to be that at all. I think we'll win. 2-1 Man United. If we don't, just, hey, that match reaction on Monday, it's going to be a late one because the kickoff is going to be, to those who live in the UK, it's going to be an 8:15 p.m. kickoff, okay? Here in Norway, that's 9:15 p.m. as we're an hour ahead of y'all. So the match reaction will be like 11:15 p.m. kickoff. No, kickoff, but match reaction. That's going to be very late, but luckily I do start late at work on Tuesday, so it's not an issue. But yeah, oh my god, if we F up, anyhow we mess up, long day, long effing day for everybody. Legit, it's gonna be a long day. I'm not even gonna hold you. It's gonna be a long day. Legit. But yeah, so that is my score prediction. 2-1 Man United. Please, please. I believe, I'm also wondering, will we then hear, I think it might have been after Monday then, after the game, that they will then do a draw probably for the round 4, right? Let me double check. Will they? When will the live draw happen? FA Cup. I think it has to be. FA Cup live draw round 4. When will that happen? Yeah, it will be. I think it might be before the United game, actually. Wait a minute. Let's double check here. When is the FA Cup? Okay, here. It is penciled in to start at 7:50 p.m. ahead of the third. Oh, yeah. Okay, so the third round tie between the fourth round draw will happen right before, like about 20 minutes or so before Man United's game against Wigan away. So basically, once after that game, when we have the match reaction, I'll let you know. And if we do go through, then we'll obviously talk a little bit about who we then meet. But let's make sure we do go through first before we start to talk about the next step afterwards, because we don't know. Sofia will bring the heat more than you can believe. Haven't Man United made you reach your breaking point already? Snap long. I have. But to be honest, I think I have a little bit. I might have a bit more left in me. If Monday, yeah, breaking point is a long time ago, because I gotta go. I've said that after the Bournemouth game. You gotta go. We all know he's gotta go. It's just a matter of when, not if. We all know that. So he might have bought himself a little longer, but he will be going. So that's that. Yes, big up to Lumba. We're gonna end it now. I'll be back tomorrow for a new episode 5 of The Ops. We're gonna be doing a reaction to Arsenal versus Liverpool's FA Cup game. So I have you, Rush Liverpool fan, as a guest, and we have Tony, who hasn't been here on the channel for a while, to talk about his team Arsenal. So it's going to be good. I've tried to figure out how I can get the ops running again. So we'll do that every now and then, but it's going to be a good one for tomorrow. And I'm definitely guessed as a neutral to watch that FA Cup game. So make sure that you're here. It'll actually redirect you right after the stream. So give it a like already. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're still on the road to 3K subscribers, so let's make that happen. Feel free to also join the SFT membership. We'll start to do member-only content in terms of streams and videos in general very shortly, as we now grown a little bit more with the membership. But yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Have a great time. I might potentially later be a guest on channel later, but I'm gonna put it down in the community tab, so stay tuned. So you might see me later. But all right, people, we are out. Have a great time. Glory, glory, Man United, and Forza Inter.
Are you all right? Yes. No, you are all left.